This week, I'll lead you through a breathing exercise called the 3-part yogi breathing. There's no movement involved in this week's practice, so you can just get comfortable, relax, and follow the breathing exercise. Let's get started. In this short breathing practice, we are going to lie down. So before we get started, just think about where you would like to lie down. Would it be on a yoga mat, maybe in your bed, on a sofa, wherever you can make yourself comfortable. You can bring in props. You might use props under your body. You can bring in a blanket, especially if you are in a cold room. Bring a blanket into your practice so that you can feel comfortable as we go through this breathing exercise. No movements, no asanas involved. I'm not going to demonstrate anything, so you don't need to look at the screen. You can just put your device somewhere where you can hear my voice, and that's going to be it. I'll be just guiding you through this breathing exercise without any demonstration. At the end of the breathing exercise, I'll leave you for a moment with some calming music, and then I'll come back and we'll close the practice together. So take a moment to make yourself comfortable. If needed, you can pause the video and then continue when you are ready to start. So once you have found your easy, comfortable pose, shape, lying down, just take a moment to maybe rock your head from side to side. You could swing your legs from side to side. Just finding a place for your legs that allows your hips, your lower back to soften. A place for your head where you feel that your neck is relaxed. And you might rest your hands and arms next to your sides. Or if you want, you can bring your hands onto your body. Maybe one hand down in the belly, and the other hand somewhere where you can feel the bottom of your rib cage. And then give yourself a few just slightly slower, slightly deeper breaths in and out. Allowing yourself to feel the movements of your breath. Allowing yourself to notice where in your body you can feel your breaths now, in this moment. You can let your breathing slow down. If it helps, you can exhale through pursed lips. This might help you to lengthen the out breaths. And as much as possible, try to breathe in through the nose. Your nose will clean the air that you breathe in, so that it's easier, healthier for your lungs, your body to use that air. At any point, if you start to feel breathless or dizzy, you can stop the breathing exercise, come back to your natural, easy breathing, and then continue when you feel better. So making sure that you feel comfortable throughout this breathing exercise. Now, before we start the 3-part yogi breathing, if you still need to adjust your pose, your shape, let yourself make those changes, and then we'll dive into this practice. Take a breath in and out. And then for your next few breaths, send your breaths towards the chest space. Breathing in towards the chest bone, towards your collarbones. So breathing up to your chest space, to the top of your rib cage. Maybe feeling that space expand slightly as you breathe in. And then with the out breaths, let your chest relax, sink back in. Take a couple more chest breaths in your own pace, in your own rhythm. Just allowing yourself to explore that space that we have at the top of the rib cage, at the top of the lungs for our breaths. And then the next few breaths, send them down to the bottom of your rib cage, towards the lowest ribs. Allow your rib cage to open sideways, expand as you breathe in. And with the out breaths, let your ribs, again, just relax, sink back in. You might feel your rib cage opening up towards the ceiling as well. Maybe even down towards the mat, towards the bed. Anything that's supporting your back. And send a couple more breaths towards the bottom of the rib cage, towards the lowest ribs, feeling that subtle expansion and release as you breathe in and out. And then the next few breaths, send them all the way down towards the belly. You're going to let your belly gently bulge out as you breathe in. And then let the belly drop, sink back in towards the spine as you breathe out. Inhaling down towards that belly. And exhalation is a release. You're just letting the belly drop, sink back in towards the spine. Continue another couple of belly breaths without forcing your breathing, without forcing a too big movement in the belly area. It might be a tiny, tiny movement. Maybe it's just sending your awareness down towards the belly. Again, following your pace, following your rhythm. And then after your next exhalation, let go of controlling your breath. Let your breathing return back to its natural pattern, easy pace. Take a couple of relaxed, easy breaths in and out. Just notice what that natural breath feels like after controlling your breathing, after sending your breaths to different parts of your body. Notice where that natural breath flows into. We all have our own unique breath patterns and rhythms. And by practicing controlling our breath, we aim to find more freedom in our natural everyday life breathing. So now, in a few breaths' time, we're going to go into that full 3-part yogi breathing. We've explored the different parts separately. Now we're going to put all of that together. And like I've said many times, just follow the pace, the rhythm of your own breath. You don't need to follow the pace that I'm setting. And if at any point you start to feel dizzy, If controlling your breathing feels uncomfortable, just let go of the breathing exercise and let yourself relax. Now take a full breath in and out. And then with your next in-breath, send the breath first down towards the belly, then towards the bottom of the rib cage, then towards the chest. Exhale, start from your belly, the ribs, the chest. Again, inhale down towards the belly, then the bottom of the rib cage, then the chest. Exhale, start from the belly, then the bottom of the rib cage, then the chest. Breathing in towards the belly, towards the ribs, towards the chest. Exhale from the belly, the ribs, the chest. Following your own pace, breathing in towards the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale from the belly, the ribs, the chest. Continue another 5 rounds in your own pace, with your own rhythm. And just let yourself explore your breaths without judging your breathing as you go through those in breaths and out breaths. If you find yourself reversing the pattern, that's all good. It's all part of the practice. Finding your breath. We could do another few rounds of this 3-part yogi breathing. Sending the in-breath down towards the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhaling from the belly, the ribs, the chest. Continue another 1 round in your own pace. Each breath is like a wave flowing in, a wave flowing out, finding that subtle expansion and release with each breath in and out. And then after the next round, after that exhalation, just let go of controlling your breath. Let go of that 3-part yoga breathing. Return back to your natural, easy, relaxed breathing. And just observe where your breath settles after controlling your breath. Where can you feel your breaths? What kind of rhythm can you observe in your own breathing? And I'll leave you here for a moment to just breathe. Give yourself another few breaths here, in and out. And just notice how you feel now. Let yourself feel what you feel without any judgment. And then you can start to bring some gentle movement back to your body. Maybe start moving your fingers, your toes, your hands, your feet. If you then notice that you'd like to stay resting for longer, you can ignore my voice, you can stay lying down. If you'd like to wake up your body and end this practice in a seat, start to just gently move your arms, your legs. You can stretch your arms and legs long. You could bend the knees, rock your legs from side to side. You could rock your head from side to side. And then in your own time, you could roll down onto one side. Could be the left, could be the right side, which one feels more natural to you now. And then from your side, you can bring yourself up into a seat, into any easy, comfortable seat. You could bring one hand onto your chest, one hand to your belly. Take a breath or two here, in and out, just slowly closing the practice. Thanking yourself for taking a moment to just focus on your breath, explore your breath. Like I said, we do breathing exercises so that we can find some more freedom in our everyday life breathing. If you want, you can bring palms together in front of the chest. And as always, I thank you for joining in, for sharing this practice. And I hope you found some calm or maybe some energy from this practice. Namaste. Thank you.